globally, crypto's generated a lot of headlines, fraud-related headlines the past few months. Sam Bankman-Fried, Do Kwon. Are you ever vigilant, looking for the next potential Australian crypto fraudster?
Absolutely. For some time now, I've been very concerned about this activity. It is a high-risk, speculative activity. It's an activity that's often associated with money laundering and with assisting crime. And it's an activity that for many investors or consumers, it's not entirely clear what they're investing in. So I remain concerned about this activity, and we will continue to monitor what's going on in this market. We have a number of current matters where we're sending out notices and informing ourselves as to whether the activity is lawful or not. If we think it's a financial product or service, we will take action.
Yeah, does it concern you that many people who may have invested in crypto over a period of time were potentially naive and susceptible, therefore, to fraud?
Well, I think we all have a choice as to what we want to invest in. Crypto is now generally, it's an activity people often talk about. As recently as 2 or 3 years ago, not so prominent. But these days, I think everyone has a view about crypto. People have strong views about whether they should invest in it or not. That's a matter for them. My job is to administer the law. A lot of crypto-related investment activity is subject to current regulation, and if it's not, if people aren't complying with the law at the moment, we'll take action.
Yeah, well, just on action, do you feel like you do have sufficient powers in this space to enforce the law correctly?
Well, we have a number of matters that we're investigating, a number of court matters. I think that the better question, the issue in a nutshell, is the current regulatory framework sufficient? And the government, we're working very closely with government and Treasury to come up with a regulatory framework that is more fit for purpose, if you like. So that the key point is, it's not entirely unregulated at the moment. If it's a financial product or service, we will be there. However, this activity is new and unusual. The Corporations Act doesn't really easily talk about digital assets and crypto, so there needs to be some reform to get a grip on what we're dealing with here. But in the meantime, we will take action. We will test the regulatory perimeter. We'll continue to warn consumers and investors that this is a risky, speculative activity. And in the meantime, we'll work with government for a more bespoke, if you like, regulatory regime.
Yeah, that draft legislation, do you think it will be ready by the end of this year?
Well, at the moment, we're still in the consultation phase. The draft legislation hasn't been exposed yet. It's certainly a government priority. We're doing everything we can to work with government and Treasury to make progress there. The government has a lot on its plate. We'll have to see how that lands.
And how confident are you with crypto and where it's going over the rest of this year?
Yeah. Well, I'm not here to be an apologist for crypto. I think all I can say and continue saying is that this is a risky, speculative activity. It is an activity that is often associated with money laundering and financial crime. It's an activity that, unlike investing in a company stock or in land, what you're investing in isn't so clear. So it's a risky activity, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Joe Longo, Chairman of ASIC, thanks so much for your time.